Hi guys, and happy Wednesday. Melanie here teaching you today, middle of the week. How we feeling? Hope we're feeling all right. It's a bit rainy and cold here in Vancouver today. Not the nicest day, but we'll still get through it. All right, so Wednesday, what are we going to do today? Today is actually one of our guardian days. So we got a big reading today, and that title is Europe Unveils the World's Most Powerful X-ray Laser. So we're gonna work on that for the first class and maybe part of the second class as well. After that, we're gonna have a little discussion together on technology and all that fun stuff. And then for the last class, it's singing day. We're gonna get out our singing voices and we're gonna have lots of fun with it. So let's get to it. All right, so I would like you to whip out your guardian paper here. And this is what we're going to be using for this and part of the next class. Okie dokie. So let's break down the title. Europe. All right, I think we all know where Europe is, right? Doesn't need much explanation. It's where France, Germany, Spain, and all those countries are. Europe unveils. Okay, what is unveil? So to unveil something means to show something. So for example, maybe you're hiding a big birthday present for your best friend under a big blanket. You pull off the blanket, ta-da! Your present is a new car. Wow. So unveil, I'm gonna put that under new words. New words for today. We have unveil. So this is a verb. It means to reveal, to uncover. So Europe unveils world's most powerful. Okay, so here we're using our superlatives. So most powerful. I think you know what that means, kind of like strong, intense. X-ray laser. Whew, okay, that's a mouthful. So what is an X-ray? You might know this, but X-ray is, so they tend to use some radiation. A machine uses it, and it was typically first used to look at people's bones. So this is the kind of X-ray you might be familiar with. The machine is over here in another room, just pretend. And what about a laser? Okay, I forgot to draw this, I apologize. So you're gonna have another machine, and I'm sorry, this is not going to be a very good picture, but it is a machine that fires off a beam of light. Pew, pew. So this is a laser. So basically it kind of gathers energy and light and it shoots it off into a beam. Okay, so an X-ray laser, what could that be? Well, it's obviously going to be a very big, powerful machine. And maybe we're not gonna just look at bones, but maybe we're gonna look at tinier little things. We'll find out in the reading. Okay, so let's begin with our warmer. So this is a very quick warmer, just a little questionnaire. So we got question number 1. When were X-rays invented? When did they come to be? You got A, 1895, or we have B, 1955. This is about when my father and mother were born, actually. Okay, so when do you think X-rays were invented? I'll let you type in the answers below. When was the first X-ray? Go ahead, type in your answers. And for number 2, when was the first laser invented? Was it in A, 1960, or was it B, 1990? So I'll write down here, first laser, and then here I'll write first X-ray, just to make it a little bit more clear. Now, if you don't know the answer, there's no shame. I didn't really know these answers till I looked them up earlier today, so don't feel ashamed if you don't know the answers right off the bat. Okay, So let me know if you have any thoughts. Tell me what you think. I'll give you a hint. I guessed this question wrong when I tried to guess it earlier, so I was like, haha, I feel a little bit silly. All right. So, let's see. Oh, we do have an answer. Somebody said 1895, and that is correct. Very good. The first X-ray was invented in 1985. And I actually have a picture for you. It's quite interesting. So this is what the first X-ray apparently looked like. It's pretty cool, hey? But maybe it's pretty different compared to the X-rays we can see today. So this was 1895, over 100 years ago. That's pretty amazing, don't you think? All right. Now, first laser. Any thoughts on this one? This, I had no clue. Like, don't worry if you don't feel too confident about this. All right, so any thoughts? Any ideas? Going once, going twice? Okay, that's fine, don't worry about it. The answer was 1960, so also A. Always go with the older answer. So I also have a picture of this I can show you guys just for interest's sake. And okay, so these are not like the best pictures, but it looked kind of something like this. So perhaps a little bit different. I mean, this might not be the most accurate picture, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's like, okay, how do I draw a laser? So I kind of went with that. So yes, there we go, warmer done. All right, guys, what's next? Next is keywords. So what we're gonna do is, we got it divided into two. We'll do number 1 to 5 at first. So similar to most weeks, what I would like you to do is, so let's say for example, we have number 1. A blank is a piece of equipment that produces a powerful, narrow line of light. And here you'll see it says paragraph 1. So what you'll do is you're going to go to paragraph 1, and try to find the word in here, okay? So I will set that up for you now, but feel free to start the exercise, okay? Go ahead and start while I start writing on the board. So get rid of that embarrassing picture. Okay, so what are our keywords? Keywords. So let's see, today we have image, image. We have facility, facility, facility. We have pulse, 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 pulse. We have beam, and we have laser. All right, so we already talked about this one, so this should be easy. All right, I'm gonna see if this pen is any darker. All right, so we have 5 words to choose from. So number 1, like I said, it's going to be in paragraph 1. So a blank is a piece of equipment. So I'm just gonna leave it blank there. Number 2, a blank is an area or a building, and this is also in paragraph 1. Paragraph 1. Okay, so let's do number 1 and number 2 together. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out the first paragraph for you and see how many of these words you can hear. All right, here we go. Paragraph 1. The world's most powerful X-ray laser. Oh, laser. Okay. The world's most powerful X-ray laser has started working at a facility near Hamburg. Facility. Scientists will use the laser to try to recreate the conditions deep inside the sun and make films of viruses and cells. Ooh, pretty interesting stuff. Science. Okay, so these were the two words that popped up in paragraph 1. So, number 1, a blank is a piece of equipment that produces a powerful, narrow line of light. Pshoo! Do you think that's a facility or that's a laser? And number 2, a blank is an area or building used for a particular purpose. Facility or laser? So type in your answers now. I will give you a couple minutes to do that. Once again, if you want, you can go back to paragraph 1 and try to find the definitions if you still don't get it, okay? I feel like you might be able to guess where this one goes, though. I have a feeling. Okay, go ahead, guys. I'm going to prepare number 3 in the meantime. Number 3, and blank is a picture. And let's see, this is paragraph 2. Para 2. And number 4, a blank is a line of light. And this is paragraph 2 as well. And number 5, last one, a blank is an amount of electricity. No thoughts yet? No answers? Angela, if you're there today, what do you think number 1 might be? You want to give it a shot? Or if any other students are out there, feel free to give this a try. So a blank is an amount of electricity. Don't be shy. Okay. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. So let's see. Oh, okay, I saw someone. They wrote number 1 is laser. Very good. Yes. Thank you so much. Laser. So a laser is a piece of equipment that produces a powerful, narrow beam of light. Do you remember my awful picture up here earlier with the laser pointing red light? So that is a laser. Good. Okay, so that's laser out of the way. So that means, yes, thank you. Good. Facility is the next one. Good job, guys. So a facility is an area or building used for a particular purpose. Oof. Let me rewrite that down. Okay. So actually, facility is a pretty good word. I'm going to write that down, facility. This is a noun. That's a verb. Okay, good. So for example, GC is a facility for education. It's an educational facility. Okay, excuse me, sorry, I just burped there a bit. All right, so guys, now let's do number 3 and number 4 because they're both in paragraph number 2. So paragraph 2, I'm going to read out and let's see what words we hear. All right, facilities all done. Okay, paragraph 2, here we go. The machine called the European X-ray free electron laser works like a high-speed camera. It makes images, okay, paragraph 2. It makes images of individual atoms in a few millionths of a billionth of a second. So very quickly, essentially, really quickly. The X-ray laser is different from a normal camera because everything it films is destroyed. The beam, there we go. The beam, also paragraph 2, is 100 times stronger than all the sunlight hitting the Earth's surface, concentrated on just 1 square centimeter. Holy moly. Okay, so I'm gonna draw that out later for you guys when we do the reading, don't worry. Okay, so we found our 2 words that were in the paragraph 2. So number 3, And something is a picture. This one might be easy for you. Okay, so basically, it's a picture you see, for example, in a photograph or a computer screen. Is it an image or is it a beam? What do you guys think? And number 4, a blank is a piece, a blank is a line or a light, a line of light or other energy form. An image or a beam. So what do you guys think? I'll let you type that in. Feel free to give me your answers. And I'll just get some water. Okay. Whew. All right, let's see. Somebody said image for number 3. Good, thank you. Thank you very much. Nice, okay. That is correct. So this is a word, it's basically a simile for picture. Picture, image. So if someone says, look at the image, what they're saying is, look at the picture. These are very kind of similar words. Image you might use more often when you're talking about things on a screen, like a TV screen or a computer screen. Good, all right, so that's image, which means, yes, thank you. Beam is a line of light or energy. Beam. Okay, so remember that awful picture of the laser I drew earlier? Okay, so this is a beam. Here's the laser. Looks like a crayon. Let's just pretend it's not a crayon, it's a laser. So it shoots out all this light and energy, and we can call this a laser beam. And also, you can even use it with the sun. So sometimes, you know, when the sun shines nice and bright, you can be hit by a beam of light. So, for example, he is standing in a beam of sunlight. Now, this is not as powerful as this. Like, this is probably like more intense. This is more gentle. So that's what a beam is. All right, so that means obviously number 5 is going to belong to pulse. Okay. Now, pulse is, here it says it's an amount of electricity, light or sound that something produces for a short time. Now, when I hear this word, often I think of a pulse like in your wrist or in your neck. Where you listen for your heartbeat, it goes like ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. So that's a short little bursts of sound. Now, when we're talking about like laser beams, I guess they can make pulses of it. Like it can be there, and then it can stop, and then it'll start again quickly, and then it stops. So perhaps this laser sends pulses or flashes of light or energy. So that's what they mean by pulse in this story here. Okay, so that wasn't too hard, was it? If you need to take a picture, you can go ahead, but I will have to erase the board because we still got 5 more to go. All right, it's going in 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye. I'll put this down because that's awkward. Okay, how are we doing so far? This is a bit of a science-y article, very technology focused. So don't worry if you're a little intimidated. I was too when I read the article because this is not my area of expertise, to be honest, but it is fascinating. It's pretty cool that we have a machine this powerful on Earth. You'll see later on what I mean by how powerful it gets. Alrighty, so, oops, sorry, my hair might be swinging into the mic. I'll tie my hair up in a second so it doesn't distort the noise. My apologies. Okay, so let's just get rid of this. And okay, so next what we have is magnet, and we have enzyme. Then we have melting point. Okay, you might have a good idea what this word means. Remember last week with our cooking unit, I taught you what melt is? It's talking about butter. You put it in a hot frying pan and it melts. So this will help you figure out what this word means. Melting point, accelerator. Okay, do not be too intimidated by these words. These are just words to help you understand the article. These are not words you have to memorize for the rest of your life. Don't worry, we don't use this word too often. And same with this one, absolute zero. Okay, absolute zero. So these are our 5 terms. All right, so number 6. All right, so, and something is a natural chemical. A natural chemical produced by animal and plant cells that helps reactions and other processes to start. So this is paragraph 6. Okay, so let's do paragraph 6 and see what we hear. Okay, here we go. Paragraph 6. For number 1, a UK scientist, Alan Orville, is one of the first people using XFEL to collect data. Orville is trying to understand how enzymes make antibiotics, such as penicillin, so he can develop new ways of producing antibiotics in the future. Okay, so there's only one word in paragraph 6, blah. Which one was it? Did you hear it or can you read it? Please find the word and type it out, okay? Go ahead. In the meantime, I'm gonna prepare number 7 and prepare number 8. Flippity flip the pages and let's see. And blank is a machine. Okay, this is in paragraph 7. Okay. And let's see, number 8, what do we have? Blank is minus 273 degrees Celsius. And this is also paragraph 7. Okay, so let's move on to number 7, number 8, but I would like you to try and figure out number 6 if you can. All right, so number 7, and blank is a machine used in scientific research that makes particles move faster. Okay, so what are particles? So particles are very tiny pieces of matter. So just think of them as being like really, really tiny. Usually you can't see them, usually not, like just really tiny things. So what we're doing is this is a machine and it makes these particles move faster. And when things move faster, they generate more energy, more heat. So more energy, woo! Exciting stuff. So the faster things move, the hotter they become, the more energy they produce. So that's what that sentence is talking about. Hopefully you get the idea. And number 8. Blank is minus 273 degrees Celsius. Okay, so I'm going to read paragraph 7 and let's see what we hear. So here we go. Paragraph number 7. At the center of the facility is the world's longest accelerator, which produces the energy you need to make X-rays a billion times brighter than normal radiation sources. The tunnel's temperature is 2 degrees Celsius above absolute zero. Oh, okay. The electrons in the accelerator pass between a series of magnets and move quickly from side to side. With each sideways movement, they produce X-rays that make a powerful laser beam. Ooh, okay. So what do you guys think the answer is? I see we have an answer for number 6 Enzyme, thank you very much. That's right. So we got enzyme out of the way. So it's a natural chemical made by plant and animal cells to help start processes. So for example, when you want to digest food, you're going to need enzymes to help you start the process of digesting everything you eat. So that's an enzyme, rather biological sort of stuff going on there. All right, so number 7, do you think an accelerator is a machine that makes particles move faster? Or do you think it's an melting point is a machine that makes particles move faster? Sorry, not melting, sorry, absolute zero, blah, absolute zero. And absolute zero is a machine. And what about here? I think it's fairly obvious, so I'll let you finish, go ahead and finish writing those in. All right, so I'm gonna prep number 9. We're doing good, guys, doing good, doing good. Flippity flip flop. Number 9, a blank is a piece of metal. This is paragraph. Oh, this is also paragraph 7, sorry. Okay, so my bad, there were 3 words in paragraph 7. So maybe I made it a little too obvious now, but hopefully you can still give this a guess. So a blank is a piece of metal that can make iron or steel objects come to it so that it seems to stick together. You might know this word already. It's used sometimes in English. A blank is a piece of metal. Sometimes you put them on your fridge. If you want to hang a picture, you put this on your fridge. All right, so I see someone wrote down an accelerator, and that is correct. Good, an accelerator, accelerator. Okay, so again, don't worry about knowing exactly what this is and memorizing this word. This is not something we use in English too often. And yes, very good, absolute zero. So, absolute zero. Again, this is another word we don't use very often in English, so don't worry about memorizing the fact that it's minus 273 degrees. So basically, all you need to know is that it is very, very cold. That's all you need to know. Extremely cold. All right, so that leaves us with, yes, thank you. You wrote down magnet. Good stuff, thanks. So a magnet is a piece of metal that can attract other pieces of metal or steel to it. All right, so you might often see this image here of a magnet, especially in cartoons. It's like bzz, 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 bzz. And then it can pull like pieces of metal. Let's say this is a knife. So it can pull pieces of metal towards it, or like, you know, nails and screws. So this is more of a powerful magnet. You probably know what I'm talking about. So that's a magnet. All right, so that means our last word, number 10, is going to be, any thoughts? Yes, melting point, thank you. So the melting point. The melting point. Okay. So the melting point of a substance can be like butter, ice, anything, is the temperature at which it changes from a solid to a liquid. For example, the melting point of butter is, you guys should know this. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You don't have to know that. I don't know what the melting point of butter is, actually, now that I think about it. Somewhere up there. So yeah, the melting point is when something goes from hard to soft. Okay, good stuff, guys. Thank you for your participation. Now, what we're gonna do is we are going to move on to number 3, find the information. Okay, so just take a quick look, read the questions out just to prepare yourself for the reading and what questions you're gonna need to answer. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna erase this in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Bye-bye. So long to our magnets. All right. Get rid of all these new words. Have you guys ever had an x-ray done before? I've had an x-ray done a couple of times. When I hurt my ankle, I got an x-ray done to make sure it wasn't broken. All right. I think that's pretty much all the stuff off the board. Okay, now find the information. Find the information from the story. Do-do-do-do. All right, so let's go over these questions together just so we know what you're gonna be looking for. Number 1, what is XFEL? What indeed? Okay, what is XFEL? I don't know. So what you're going to want to do is listen for this. Specifically, what does it stand for? Does it stand for excellent, fantastic, enormous lions? Or probably not. No, it stands for something else. So listen and tell me what it stands for, okay? Or read, I should say. Number 2. Where is XFEL? So where is this place? All right, and number 3. This is another where question. Where are the other 2 major? Okay, you guys know what major means? So major can mean like big, important. So where are the 2 other major? X-ray, laser facilities. Laser facilities. All right, you remember what facilities means, right? Facilities, I could speak English. So remember, buildings or areas dedicated to something. So for example, it looks like there's going to be some X-ray buildings. So there are X-ray facilities, educational facilities. Okay, number 4. All right, how many pulses per second? Pulses per second can XFEL send? Okay, so the keywords I want you to listen here for are pulses per second. So look out for these words. This will tell you the information you need to know. Remember what pulses are? It's like short little blips of energy or light or sound, like boop, boop, boop. Okay, and number 5. Okay, what is, okay, we're running out of space. Oh no, I should have planned this better, I'm sorry. Okay, what is the temperature? The temperature of the tunnel used in XFEL. XFEL. Okay, so temperature, when you hear this word, or you might hear the word degrees. So listen for the words degrees Celsius, perhaps. So this will be an important piece of information to listen for. And what is a tunnel? All right, so a tunnel, this is a word that is sometimes used. You may hear it. Typically, we talk about it when we're driving. So let's say, for example, here's the land, and maybe you want to go across here, but you're driving, and there's no bridge. So what do? There's actually a tunnel. So your car Can we just like go through the tunnel? We actually have a couple of these in Vancouver. And you don't get wet. Woohoo! So a tunnel, it can look kind of like, it just kind of looks like this. There's an opening, there's openings on either side. So usually you can go in and out. So that is a tunnel. Excuse me. And number 6, what pressure can be produced? That means what pressure can be made by XFEL. So number 6, the key word to listen for is pressure. Okie doke, are we ready? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out the article just one time because it's long. And you don't want to hear me reading that much. While I'm reading though, I would like you to try and answer these questions. Please feel free to underline and highlight pieces of information, okay? So I'd like you to read along with me and try to underline anything you think that might answer these questions. Okie doke? Are you guys ready? So we're gonna start reading in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Europe unveils the world's most powerful X-ray laser. Da 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 da. This is by Hannah Devlin, September 1st, 2017, just under 3 years ago. Okay. The world's most powerful X-ray laser has started working at a facility near Hamburg, Germany. Scientists will use the laser to try to recreate the conditions deep inside the sun. So inside the suns, and make films of viruses and cells. So basically, you know how an X-ray can take a picture of your bones? Now they want to take a picture of viruses, like, you know, coronavirus, for example, or cells, you know, the things that make up our body. That's a pretty powerful X-ray. That's amazing. The machine, called the European X-ray Free Electron Laser, or XFEL, hint hint, works like a high-speed camera. It makes images of individual atoms in a few millionths of a billionth of a second. Okay, so really fast, extremely fast, basically. The X-ray laser is different from a normal camera because everything it films is destroyed. So it takes a picture of the cell or the virus, then goodbye cell, goodbye virus, they're dead. Its beam is 100 times stronger than all the sunlight hitting the Earth's surface at once. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to try and give you an image of that. So this is the sun. Here's the Earth. And this is all the sun's energy hitting all of the Earth. And so it's basically this XFEL. It has the same energy within 1 centimeter squared. This is the Earth, and this X-ray can produce the same energy the sunlight makes when it hits the Earth. That's pretty insane, right? Like, mind blown. Okay. XFEL will allow scientists to examine the structure of viruses and cells, create films of chemical reactions, and recreate conditions deep inside stars and planets. Huh, that's pretty insane. Okay, actually, you know what? I think it'll be nice to break it up so you're not just listening to me drone on and on. So what I think I'd like to do is, let's do number 1 and number 2. Let's just do number 1, number 2, because we already read that part. So we'll do these 2 questions, then I'll keep reading and we can do the rest, okay? So number 1, guys, what is XFEL? basically, like, what does this stand for? Like, what does this mean? So type out your answers now. Give you a hint. You can probably find the answer in paragraph 2. Okay. And number 2, where is XFEL? All right, so this one you're going to find in paragraph 1. All right, so feel free to type out your answers. Don't be shy. Let me just grab some water because my throat is feeling a little raspy for some reason right now. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Okay. Number 1, what is XFEL? Okay, I'll give you a hint. The machine called the European X-ray Free Electron Laser, XFEL, works like a high-speed camera. All right, so any thoughts there, guys? And where is XFEL? The world's most powerful X-ray laser has started working at a facility near Hamburg. All right, I'm starting to see answers. Yes, thank you. So XFEL stands for X-ray. Sorry, let me get rid of this. This one was probably pretty easy, obvious, the X part anyway. So it stands for X-ray Free Electron Laser. Okay, I'm not going to explain this because I'm just going to make it more confusing probably, but all you need to know is that it is extremely powerful. So this is basically the world's most powerful X-ray. Well, we probably knew that already. And someone said Hamburg. Very good. Thank you. It is in Hamburg. Do you guys know where Hamburg is? Don't worry if you don't. It's in Germany. So this is in Europe. Okay. Good, good. Thank you, thank you. Alrighty. So next, maybe we'll try and look, do number 3 and maybe number 4. We'll see where life takes us. All right, you ready? I'm going to start from paragraph number 4. We're going to start here, okay? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. XFEL is the world's third major it's the world's third major X-ray laser facility. There are 2 other facilities in Japan and the US, and scientists have already learned a lot from them. The European beam is more powerful, but most importantly, it sends out pulses, hint, hint, it sends out pulses much faster than the others. They can send out 100 pulses per second. We can send, I messed that up. Let me try that again. They can send 100 pulses per second, but we can send 27,000, said Robert Feidenhandel, chairman of the XFEL Management Board. Oh, that name is a mouthful. German names, I tell ya. Okay, so we did number 3 and number 4. We just found out the answers. Okay, so number 3. Where are the other 2 major X-ray laser facilities? What 2 countries? I said 2 country names other than Germany, but what were these 2 countries? This is in paragraph 4. Paragraph 4. And how many pulses per second can XFEL send? Now I kind of messed this up. So there were 2 different sentences that talked about pulses. But what about XFEL? How many pulses per second can they send? I'll give you a hint, it's a lot. So please type in your answers now. This is also in paragraph 4. Paragraph 4. Paragraph 4. I'm going to get rid of number 1 and number 2 because we already answered them. So we'll get rid of that. And I think we can get rid of this crazy sun picture and the tunnel picture too. Okay. There we go. All right, don't be shy. Send in your answers, guys. Where are the other 2 major X-ray laser facilities? I'll give you another hint. XFEL is the world's 3rd major X-ray laser facility. There are 2 other facilities in Japan and the US, and scientists have already learned a lot from them. The European beam is more powerful, but more importantly, it sends out pulses much faster than the others. They can send out 100 pulses per second. We can send 27,000 pulses per second. Okay, so let me know what your answers are, guys. Whew. Getting hot. All right, yes, I see some answers. They said US and Japan. Good, thank you. The United States, or just US, and Japan. Both very rich, powerful, scientifically forward nations. Makes sense. Good. So the other 2 major X-ray laser facilities are here. And yeah, none for Canada. Too bad, we're not there yet. And how many pulses per second? Somebody said 20,007, and that is correct. Very good. 27,000 pulses per second. Good. Nice, nice. Well done. Okie dokie. Good stuff, guys. How we doing? How we feeling? All right, 2 more questions to go. We're almost there, almost there. Okay. So we're probably going to do number 5, and I suppose I should prepare number 6 in the meantime as well. Number 6. Okay. What pressure can be produced by XFEL? Okay. So I didn't explain this before, pressure. So pressure can be a physical thing. For example, right now, I am applying pressure to my skin. And here I'm applying pressure to my cheek. So I'm applying physical pressure. You can also have the non-physical type. So for example, when you have a deadline to get your homework done, you might be feeling under pressure. That's an expression, to feel under pressure. But this kind of pressure, probably we're talking about something more physical. But what kind of pressure? So think about that. Okay, so we're going to start from paragraph number 5 down here, guys. So find the spot and I'm going to start reading out. And we're going to try and answer number 5 and number 6, okay? Are we ready? Here we go in 3, 2, 1. This is important because to study chemical reactions or biological processes, the X-ray makes images of the same system at different points in time, and this can be made into a film. At XFEL, scientists will be able to collect data much more quickly and miss less of the action between images. All right, guys, so I didn't realize that we were out of time. So we will finish number 5 and number 6 after the break, okay? Or if you feel so inclined, you're more than welcome to go ahead and finish it yourself and you can tell me the answers. But I prefer you guys take a break and rest up for 10 minutes, okay? So we'll be back in 10 and we'll see you then. Bye-bye. Hi guys, and welcome back. Hope you had a nice break there. Okay, we're gonna get right back into it and continue the reading. Okay, so where were we? I believe we were on paragraph number 6. So let's take a look at that. Let me just check something. Yes, okay. Alrighty, so, sorry. Me, not singing. My throat's a bit dry, just getting it ready. All right, paragraph number 5. Here we go. This is important because to study chemical reactions or biological processes, the X-ray makes images of the same system at different points in time, and this can be made into a film. At XFEL, scientists will be able to collect data much more quickly and miss less of the action between images. Up to now, scientists have been able to measure the crystal structure of the beginning and end product, but now they will be able to see what happens during reactions and processes. All right, so that's pretty heavy stuff right there. Oops, and I forgot to erase this going over here. Right. And UK scientist Alan Orville is one of the first people using XFEL to collect data. Orville is trying to understand how enzymes make antibiotics, such as penicillin, so he can develop new ways of producing antibiotics in the future. All right, so yeah, so this can be used to help make medicine. So it's pretty good. You know, this telescope could help people live longer and not get sick as bad. All right, at the center of the facility is the world's longest accelerator, which produces the energy you need to make X-rays 1 billion times brighter than normal radiation sources. Okay. The tunnel's temperature is 2 degrees Celsius above absolute zero. The electrons in the accelerator pass between a series of magnets and move quickly from side to side. With each sideways movement, they produce X-rays that make a powerful laser beam. Oh, okay, let's see if I can explain that. So, basically, let's say you have a long, so this is our accelerator. It's a long tube. We'll kind of just draw that here. Whoop. Okay, so that's our accelerator. And think about it. So it's very cold inside. And let's say there's like these little magnets. Okay, so let's just pretend these are magnets. And here you have electrons. So we'll call these electrons, E for electrons, there. And they pass between these magnets, and when they do, they move quickly from side to side. Or like they'll be moving, like, they just move around really quickly. And then when they move around super quickly, eventually what that's gonna do is, okay, I'm not sure this is how it works, but here's the beam. Then the X-ray can produce beams of light. So that's kind of how I understand it works. And so that's how it produces these lasers. You got these electrons bouncing around in there really quickly, thanks to these magnets on the side. Okay, and let's do number 8. Okay, paragraph 8. XFEL will also have a powerful optical laser next to the X-ray accelerator. Scientists will use this to put very big pressures on materials to reproduce conditions similar to those at the center of the Earth or inside the sun, or simply to change the materials into shapes never seen before. Okay, so we covered number 5 and number 6. All right, so number 5. What is the temperature of the tunnel used in XFEL? So what's the temperature inside here? Did you guys catch it by chance? So this one was in paragraph number 7. So let's see if you can write down the answer for that. You're going to find it in paragraph 7, okay? So please type in that answer. And number 8, what pressure can be produced by XFEL? So that should be in paragraph 8. Paragraph 8. Okay. And let's just double check. Oh, maybe I didn't. Okay, sorry. No, maybe we haven't done this one yet. Never mind. Sorry. So I'm going to keep reading on. I made a mistake here. But if you have the answer for number 5, please go ahead and type it out. Forget number 6 for now. We'll do that later. All right, so we're going to move on to number 9 and number 10. I'm just going to finish off the rest of it, and that'll be the end. Okie doke. Justin Wark, a physics professor at the University of Oxford, said, "The pressures you can produce are enormous. 10 million atmospheres and above, which is more than 3 times the pressure at the center of the Earth." Okay, so here's a picture. And so Earth's center, there is a lot of pressure at the center of the Earth. So I'm going to put P for pressure. So the pressure on the surface of the Earth where we live, it's not as high. But at the center of the Earth, the pressure is much higher. Like we might get squished down if we went to the center of the Earth. It's pretty intense. Okay. So Wark and others will use the laser to hit samples with optical light and then take a picture with the X-ray beam to answer previously unanswered questions. "We still don't know exactly what the center of the Earth looks like," said Wark. "You could also study the melting point of iron up to pressures found on much larger planets. In theory, extremely high pressures could also produce completely new materials, including a new form of diamond with a crystal structure that would be even harder than normal diamond." Ooh, if you're looking for a new wedding ring idea, there you go. Scientists are also planning to use the X-ray beam's very high heat. The point of the beam can reach 200 million degrees within a millionth of a billionth of a second. Wow. Okay. So this beam, so within a tiny fraction of a second, apparently it can reach 200 million degrees. Like it can get extremely hot very quickly. That's pretty insane, hey? All right. So let's see. So somebody got number 5. They said 2 degrees above absolute zero, and that is correct. All right, so 2 degrees Celsius. 2 degrees Celsius is the answer above. 2 degrees Celsius above absolute zero. And how much was absolute zero again? It was about minus 275 degrees. So that's absolute zero. So that means it's maybe about minus 273 degrees. Okay, so still very cold. Okay, nice. All right, now this is the tricky one, number 6. What pressure can be produced by XFEL? So this is in paragraph number 9. Okay, paragraph 9 is where you're going to find the answer. Okay, so I'll kind of read out part of paragraph 9 again. Let's see if you can catch it. Justin Wark, a physics professor at the University of Oxford, said, "The pressures you can produce are enormous, 10 million atmospheres and above, which is more than 3 times the pressure at the center of the Earth." Okay, so what kind of pressure can be produced by XFEL? Type in your answers now. Okay, let me just get rid of this funky looking crayon thing, which is supposed to be a laser, and put this down. How are you guys finding this article? Is it interesting? Is it fascinating, or is it pretty difficult? I do find it quite interesting, but there's a lot of like numbers and technical stuff going on there. So it ain't super easy, that's for sure. Okay. All right, so while I let you kind of finish typing up your answer here, let's see. Okay. Any thoughts? Okay, I'll help you out. So basically the pressure is something 10, something, something, and something. So it's 10 something. What do you think is the answer? Yeah, I see someone said 10 million atmospheres. Excellent, good. 10 million atmospheres. 10 million atmospheres and above. Okay, so basically it creates a lot of pressure. Now, I've never heard anyone talk about this as a measurement of pressure with atmospheres. This is good. I probably can't figure out a really good way to explain this, but basically it is very high pressure, higher than being at the center of the earth. It's intense, put it that way. Okay, good stuff, guys. I think that is it for Find the Information. So I am thinking we can do, let's do the comprehension check. Let's do number 4, comprehension check. So all you have to do is you just have to match the sentences on the left to the correct sentences on the right. So just draw a line. Okie doke. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of number 6. Bye-bye. Get rid of that. And we'll say goodbye to high pressure Earth. Okay. Okie dokie, let's do this. Number 1. Okay. XFEL is different from a normal camera because. All right, so is it going to be A, B, C, D, E, or F? Okay, so do you remember the part where it says XFEL is different from a normal camera? Where could we find this information? We could probably find this in, let's see, paragraph, paragraph, paragraph. All right, I probably should have written this down. My apologies. Oh, paragraph 2. I think it's paragraph 2. Yes. So look at paragraph 2. And you're going to find the answer there. Okay. So we have A, change materials into shapes never seen before. B, a temperature of 200 million degrees. C, it destroys everything it films. D, materials that are new, completely new, including a harder form of diamond. E, much faster than the X-ray laser facilities in Japan and the US. And F, to study what happens during chemical and biological reactions and processes. So is it A, B, C, D, or E? All you have to do is just write down the letter, okay? So remember, you can find it in paragraph 2. So go ahead and type out your answers now. I'll set up number 2 in the meantime. XFEL can collect data. Beep, beep, beep. And this can be in paragraph. All right, so this is going to be paragraph number, to study what happens during. Let's take a look. All right, so any thoughts on number 1? No thoughts so far? All right, we're gonna leave number 2 for a second. And number 3, scientists want to use XFEL. Bop, bop, bop. All right, so this is good. No thoughts, no ideas for paragraph 2? All right, so the answer for number 1 is XFEL is different from a normal camera because C, it destroys everything it films. All right, and what about number 2? What do you think the answer is? Let's take a look. So this is from paragraph number 5. I believe you can find this in paragraph 5. XFEL can collect data. So look in paragraph 5, see if you can find the answer. Let's see, at XFEL, scientists will be able to collect data much more quickly. And number 3, what do you think the answer could be here? All right. Scientists want to use XFEL to change materials in the shapes never seen before. Or is it B, C, D, E? Any thoughts? None? Okay, so the answer for number 2 was E. So, whoosh, XFEL can collect data much faster than the X-ray facilities in Japan and the US. Okay, I'll let you see if you can figure out number 3. Number 4, any thoughts? The powerful optical laser will. What do you think it's going to do? Any thoughts, guys? All right, actually, this is a bit of a challenge. Okay, maybe it's a bit of a challenging exercise looking at it now because we don't have enough time to like read through the whole thing. So maybe we're gonna make number 4 the last one and then we can move on to maybe some other parts of this exercise. Okay, so number 4, the powerful optical laser. Powerful optical laser. All right, so I don't see any answers for number 3. That is all right. So number 3, the answer is F. So F was the answer. Scientists want to use XFEL to study what happens during chemical and biological reactions and processes. And number 4, the powerful optical laser will. A, B, or D? What do you think? The powerful optical laser will. So you're gonna have a verb after this. So A, change materials into shapes never seen before. B, a temperature of 200 million degrees. Or D, materials that are completely new, including a harder form of diamond. Is it going to be A, B, or D? What are your thoughts, guys? No thoughts? All right, let me just grab some water. All right, so what I was hoping was that you would suggest A. The powerful optical laser will change materials into shapes never seen before. Okay, so I think we're going to just leave it at this because, yeah, I'm not seeing too much response, so maybe we can move on to a different activity on here. All right, let's see. Which one shall we do? Okay. You know what? Maybe we can skip ahead to, let's do word building. I feel like word building is a good one. Usually we have fun with this, relatively speaking. Okay, so let's do number 7 here, the word building part. And we're gonna say bye-bye to comprehension. We're done with this. Bye-bye. Okay. So that is all done. Get rid of that. Okay. So, word building. Word building. Let's build some words together. Hooray. Alrighty. So, we got some nouns here. Let's see, what do we have? Number 1, we have power. And number 2, we have biology. Biology. And number 3, we have chemistry. Chemistry. Oh, we're looking at all our school subjects here, are we? And here we have our adjectives. Adjective form. Okay, so these adjective forms, they did pop up in our reading, so you might remember how to turn these into adjectives. Okay, so number 1, power. What is the adjective form of power? What do you think? Do you guys know what the adjective form of power is? I'll give you a moment, see if you can remember. There's an F in there. That's my hint. There's an F. And number 2, biology. The adjective form is... So, in the reading, we had something biological and reactions. So this was mentioned in the reading. Do you remember what the adjective form of these 2 words were by chance? Any thoughts, any memories, any recollections? No? All right. No thoughts on powerful? I mean, whoops, okay, so I just spoiled it, so I may as well just write it out, I suppose. So, if you want to make power into an adjective, we say powerful. It was up here all along. Powerful. Okay. And what about biology? So, what we're going to do is, it'll look similar. We're going to say biological. So you're going to turn the Y to an I and put cal at the end. So biology becomes biological. Chemistry becomes, what do you think chemistry becomes? It starts with similarly, what do you think? It's similar to this. What do you think it could be? Any guesses? Let me just grab some water while I let you fill in the rest. Pardon me. Okay. No thoughts? Okay, going once, going twice. The answer is chemical. Chemical. Biological and chemical reactions. Chemical can be a noun too, actually. But when we're talking about chemistry in adjective form, we say chemical reactions. Okay, so these are first three. And let's do the next ones. Let's do number 4, number 5, number 6. Okay. Now we're going to switch it around. Nouns are going to become verbs and verbs are going to become nouns. A verb. And this will be a noun. We're turning verbs into nouns. Wow, it's just like magic. Oh my God. All right. Number 4, the verb react. Okay. So what's going to be the noun form of react? What do you think? Get rid of this, get rid of that. And number 5. Number 5 is alive. Manage. Oof. Manage. All right. What's the noun form of manage? What do you think? And finally, move. How do we turn move into a noun? All right, get rid of this. Much better. Okay. Sorry, I don't know why I'm feeling very hot. Pardon me. Okay. All right, no thoughts? React, turning into a noun becomes reacts. 3 letters. And manage. Manage. 4 letters. And 4 letters. Actually, these 2 are going to be the same. So that will help make things easier. Let's see if you can figure these guys out. This one is different, but tell me, what could it be? For example, I think I wrote down here before actually. Biological and chemical react what? Any thoughts? Reaction, thank you. Somebody wrote reaction. That's exactly what I was looking for. Reaction, good, nice. Okay, now, can you guess what these ones might be? This one you might use in your job a lot. So maybe if you manage a lot of people, if you manage many employees, you belong to management. Good job. Thank you. Management. So that means move is going to be movement. Well done. Good. Okay, guys. How are we feeling? We doing okay? Alrighty. So I think that about wraps it up for our laser story. I know it's a bit of a heavy, pretty scientific topic, but I hope you had fun learning about the world's most powerful X-ray laser. Okie doke. Now, I think what we'll do is maybe we could move on to discussion. So, I'm thinking discussion will probably take up the rest of the class. In the event that discussion does not take up the rest of class, we might come back to this later, and maybe we'll do another small section. If we have time. But for now, I think I'd like to move to discussion. All right, you guys ready? Y'all ready? Okay, so we're gonna move to this guy here. It says technology discussion. So please pull this out, please. Don't know why I said please so many times. Silly me. And get rid of this. Okay. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Ooh, I didn't have much coffee today, so I'm feeling not as genki as usual. Ugh, my apologies. Okay, so technology discussion. I suppose I should write that up on the board. technology discussion. Okay, so what is technology? Well, we were kind of just talking about technology, you know, that whole powerful microscope. No, not microscope, I'm sorry. X-ray laser, pardon me. Whew. All right, so that is technology. So technology, it's usually involving inventions, things especially that use electricity and energy. So a smartphone is a pretty relatively new piece of technology. What we're doing now, having a live class, that is thanks to technology advancements. So now, let's do question number 1. What springs to mind when you hear the word technology? Do you guys know this expression, springs to mind? To spring to mind. Okay, so when something springs to mind, it means it appears in your head, to come to your mind. So basically this means, what do you think about when you hear the word technology? So maybe we could do a little word bubble here. Technology, technology. I can spell technology. Okay, so one thing I pointed out earlier with technology was online English classes. Online classes. Or like, you know, YouTube. Watching videos online. So that's an example. That's what springs to my mind when I hear technology. Many other things spring to my mind too, but I want to hear from you guys. What springs to your mind when you hear the word technology? So just type out any words you can think of when it comes to technology. Like phones or computers, television, space exploration. Any thoughts? Pardon me. Some more water. Ooh. Okay. So, no other thoughts? Come on, guys, you know. iPhones, there we go, thank you. iPhones or smartphones, thank you, absolutely. Smartphones, very good. Excellent. Yeah, smartphones are a very prominent piece of technology. Everyone loves them, everyone has it. Email, that's another good one. Email, for sure. Email, that's a pretty big one. We need that to communicate. Fly, get out of my face. What else? Television, yes, good. Television can count as technology, I believe. And remember what we did the other day? We were reading about Elon Musk. He's a big technology mogul. Remember that word yesterday, mogul? So someone who's big in the industry. Cars. So cars can have technological advancements. Maybe one day they'll fly, just like in the Jetsons. That would be nice. What else? Anything else? If you can't think of anything else, don't worry. It's not a big deal. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, so anything can spring to mind, really, when you hear the word technology. Like, there's so many different things it could be talking about, like X-ray lasers, for example, or even like space exploration. So yeah, technology can cover so many things. Healthcare, etc. Nice. Okay, so that's question number 1. Now, I would like to do number 2. Is technology a good thing or a bad thing? This is a pretty loaded question. So what do you think? Technology, good or bad? So I'm going to get rid of this. Okay. I'll gown. All right. Is technology good or bad? Is technology good or bad? Okay, so you don't have to pick one answer. Maybe you think it's good and you think it's bad, but you can tell us why. Why do you think it's good or bad? So maybe, can you think of some good points about technology? What do you think? What are some good things about it? Let's see. Angela, are you out there? If you have any thoughts, what are some good things about technology? For example, smartphones. Like, what's a good thing about, having a high technology smartphone in your life or a computer? So I want you to think about that. So for me, my idea is that it makes life more convenient. So for example, if I want to order a pizza, I don't have to walk to the store. I don't have to go and order the pizza. I could just go on my phone and be like, I want a pizza for dinner. Cool, okay, I'm gonna get a pizza in half an hour. Woohoo! So that's technology, it's really convenient. So that's a good thing about technology. And are there any other good things about technology? Please give me some thoughts and comments, guys. I wanna know. Some other good things about technology is that it can help save lives. And I guess what I mean by that is that there are advances in healthcare. So for example, because, we have technology to develop x-rays or, to scan things for like brain cancer and stuff, like because of an advance in technology, more people who get sick, who get cancer or get really ill, now we can save their lives with technology. So technology can help save lives, especially in the medical field. Now, what about some bad things about technology? What do you think? Something maybe that's not so good about technology. Maybe you don't think there's anything bad about it. Maybe it's only good. It's hard to say. So, any thoughts? Anything bad about technology? For me, one of my thoughts is that it can be very addictive. For example, like watching a lot of TV, playing Pokemon Go every day on my phone, or like lying in bed playing on my phone. It's a little bit too technologically advanced. I don't read books anymore, I just read my phone. So I think that's the bad thing about technology, is that it can be a little too addictive. What do you guys think? Do you have any thoughts on this? Any bad things about technology? Or any more good things? Doesn't matter. You can type out your answers and I'd love to read them out. Okay. Well, another thing that's not so good about technology is sometimes we can become too reliant on it. So like we might rely on technology too much. For example, when I'm going to someone's place, I don't remember where they live. I just look at Google Maps on my phone and then I just like try to follow my way to their house by looking at the map. And yeah, so I get very reliant on things like Google Maps. So maybe it's too convenient almost. Yeah. Okay, well, feel free to shoot me any more thoughts about this if you want, and I'll add them to the boardio. Okay, I think number 3 will be a really good one. Number 3, what new technology could you not live without? So, what is something new you could not live without? What do you think you might die without? Maybe not literally, but figuratively, as in, oh my God, if I didn't have my smartphone, I would die without it. Maybe you'd feel very sad. So yeah, is there any new technology you feel you could not live without? I'm trying to think. For me, it might be difficult for me to live without email. I don't know. maybe not. But this seems to be important when you're job searching or looking for work. Okay, so I shouldn't say email. Maybe I should just say the internet. I'm just gonna say the internet. So you could answer this question by saying something along the lines of this. I couldn't live without blank. So that's how you could answer this question. So for me, I couldn't live without the internet. So I find the internet is very important for me. So for example, when I was looking for work, it was basically through the internet that I was looking for jobs. Now I know beforehand there are other ways to find jobs, but I think it makes it easier to find many different kinds of jobs all over. It's also important for me to keep up with my friends and family. I use the internet every day to talk to people. Oh my goodness, yeah, I feel like without the internet, I don't know, I would be a mess probably. Ugh. I'm too reliant on the internet. How about you guys? Is there any new technology you couldn't live without? Let me know in the comments, all right? I'm curious. I wonder if you have the same answer as me. I wonder if like maybe I can't live without Facebook, or I can't live without Instagram. I can't live without x-rays or medical machines, maybe. Yeah, something in the hospital perhaps. Oh, okay. Now, let's see. Number 4. Okay, this is just a yes or a no question. Do you like reading about technology? So do you like reading about new computers, new cars, new phones, robots? I forgot to write down robots under technology. Do you like to read about that kind of stuff? You could say yes or you could say no. Go ahead. For me, so-so. Maybe no. I find it gets too detailed, and after a while I can get a little bit bored after trying to read it. But if the article is short and it has lots of pictures or images, remember that word, images or image? So if it has lots of images, then I like to read about it. I need an article that has a lot of pictures or images in it. So what about you? Do you like to read about technology? If you do, what do you like to read about? Do you like to read about cars? Do you like to read about smartphones, computers, robots, space exploration? What kind of technology do you like to read about? You can let me know in the comments. Okie doke. All right. Now, okay, I'm gonna say, number 5 is a good one. Number 5, do you like using technology to learn? Okay, so this basically, how to put it, so let's say this is learning with technology. So maybe when you're learning with technology, you're doing online courses like this. So maybe you are using a computer and you are learning using technology. Now, without technology, so maybe you would be having a class in person. So here's a teacher, and maybe they're teaching you how to build something, like build a table. Or maybe you read a book, and that's how you learn about things. So you could also learn from a phone, I suppose. So yeah, let's have our little fancy iPhone here. So this could be learning with technology and learning without technology. So do you like to learn with technology? You could say yes, or maybe you could say no. And why? So maybe you could use this answer. I'll give you an idea how you could answer this. So for me, yeah, I kind of like learning technology. I like learning with technology or using technology to learn because I like learning with technology because reiterating back to like what I said earlier, technology is very convenient. Right now, I am a student at university, but most of my studying is done through the computer online. I watch videos and I read articles on the computer. So most of my studying is technology based. So I like learning with technology because it's very convenient. I don't have to go to the actual school. So that's my example sentence. Maybe you don't like it though. So you could say, I don't like learning with technology because maybe, for example, staring at a screen too long hurts my eyes. You could say something like that. Or I like to be with people in person. So what about you? Do you like to learn with technology or do you like to learn without technology? And why? Okay, I'm just gonna take a sip of water because I'm very thirsty. Okay. Whew. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comments, by the way. Okay, I think we have time for one last question. Okay, let's do number 8. I think number 8 is a good question. Has technology made us more impatient? Do you guys know what impatient means? You probably know what patient is, right? Impatient. So this is an adjective. So someone who is patient is they don't get angry that easily. So for example, if you have children and your children are constantly going like, Mommy, Mommy, I'm hungry. Mom, look at me. Mom, take me out. Mom. If you're patient, you'll be like, okay, yes, I'll take a look. Yeah, one moment. But if you're impatient and your kids are like, Mommy, look at me. No, not now. Stop it. Like, you kind of get frustrated and angry very easily. Impatient people, they don't like to stand in line. They get very like, it's taking too long. Ugh. My husband gets impatient when he has to wait in line for more than 10 minutes. Sometimes more than 5 minutes, he gets impatient. So, do you think technology has made us more impatient? I think maybe yes. I think technology has made us a little bit impatient because with a smartphone, you can do anything right away. You can order your dinner, you can order your clothes. There's so many things you can do so quickly. But when you don't have technology, everything goes a lot slower. So some people might get a bit impatient and angry that they have to wait so long for something. So that is my opinion. Yes, I think technology has made us a little impatient. What about you? Do you guys think technology has made you a bit impatient? Pardon me. You can let me know in the comments. Okay guys, we're coming up on our second break. So for the next break, we're going to be doing a music lesson, which means I would like you to prepare and find this sheet and have this ready for the next lesson, okay? It should be pretty fun. So we'll see you in 10 minutes, guys. Bye-bye. We're here with our third and final lesson for today. It is singing time, so I hope your vocal cords are ready to belt out some tunes. Okay, so today we have a very famous song by Miss Alanis Morissette, and it's called Ironic. Now, do you guys know what ironic means? I'd like you, if possible, try to look up the meaning of ironic and tell me, what does this mean? Ironic. Ironic. So this is an adjective, by the way. So see if you can look it up and you can give me a definition, okay? I'll give you a couple of seconds. And I'm gonna give you a few situations that are ironic while you're looking up this word, so I can give you a better idea of what it means. All right. Right. So, a fire station catches on fire. Okay. So you guys understand this? Fire station, these are the guys who are supposed to put out fires, but it catches on fire. A police officer gets a ticket for speeding, or actually, I guess traffic cop would be better than police officer. So a traffic cop. So maybe he's not working, but he's driving on the road really quickly. And then he gets pulled over by another traffic cop and he gets a ticket, a speeding ticket. So these are ironic situations. So essentially, ironic means like the opposite of what you expect to happen. Of what you expect to happen. Okay, so these are all very ironic situations. A fire station shouldn't catch on fire. A traffic cop shouldn't get a speeding ticket. So that is what ironic means. So I think it's gonna pop up more in the song, so don't worry if you don't quite get it. So I'm gonna put it here though, because it is a good word to know. Ironic. Okay. Now, let's see. So, this is basically a song all about irony or ironic things that happen in life. So, first before we listen to the song, we are going to do some expression phrase matching. So, basically what you're gonna do is match the words to the definitions. These are words that will pop up in the song, by the way, so this is why we're doing this first. We're kind of looking for the words that are gonna pop up. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this definition and examples. Oh, yeah. Okay, so, all right, so we got number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, and number 8. Okay, so number 1, a small winged insect. Okay, so we got 8 potential words. We have to blow up. We have it figures. And we have Chardonnay. Ooh, getting fancy here. You guys might know what Chardonnay is. Chardonnay. Very French. To help out. We have pardon. And we have to sneak upon. To sneak upon. We have fly. And we have death row. Dun dun dun. Okay. So, number 1, small winged insect. All right, so you know what's small and winged. And then we have insect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks like this. So what is this? What do you think this is? I think you'll be able to figure it out. So I'm going to leave it blank. And please choose one word that fits here. Number 2. This is where a prisoner awaits execution. All right, so execution is basically you dying. You die or you get killed because of something bad you did. So basically, if you commit a crime, you might get your head chopped off or you might get shot. So basically, where does a prisoner await execution? So please choose one of these words and please type out your answers, guys, for number 2. So, and number 3, to approach someone silently from the back. All right, so I'll draw a picture of this. So here's a person and they're just hanging out, and then here's someone kind of sneaking up on them. Woof. Just very, they're kind of going like this. They might go boom. They might try to scare them. So what's he doing? Or what are they doing? What is the verb for this? What are they doing here? Okay, someone wrote the answer for number 1. Fly. Thank you. Very good. So we got number 1. Fly. So that's done. And number 2, no thoughts for number 2? This might be a bit of a trickier one. Starts with a D. That is my hint. D. Okay. And if you can get number 3, please type in your answers for number 3. This is a verb. So which of these is a verb? We got 3 verbs here. To blow up, to help out, to sneak up on. So it's one of these 3 verbs. Okay, next, number 4, forgiveness. Okay, so forgiveness, basically that means, let's say let's say your friend stole something from you. And that's really awful, like that's pretty bad. Maybe you're angry, but you decide to forgive them. You say, that's okay, maybe, did you need some money? I can help you. I forgive you. You took my wallet and I'm upset, but I forgive you. It's okay. So that's forgiveness. Now, what is a simile for forgiveness? It's going to be a noun. So try to pick a noun. We got Chardonnay, pardon, and death row. What do you think? Okay, so I don't see any answers for number 2. And it was death row, so that takes care of one more noun. Okay, so death row is basically where you sit and wait before you're about to get killed for a crime, where a prisoner waits. Now, any thoughts on this one? This is to something something. And number 4, it's going to be a noun, so it's either going to be Chardonnay or it's going to be pardon. So I'll let you fill that in. And I see someone said to sneak upon for number 3. Good, thank you. To sneak upon. So this basically means to approach something very quietly. Now, it's not just people or animals who do this, but certain situations can sneak upon you. So, for example, this is true. For me, every year, Christmas always sneaks upon me. Like, I'm just minding my own business and suddenly, bam, Christmas holiday. Oh my God, I gotta get presents. I gotta do baking. I'm so busy. So Christmas kind of quietly sneaks upon me sometimes, the Christmas season. So yeah, that's sneak upon. It's a good word to know. maybe I'll write it up here. I'm gonna get rid of some of these. To sneak up on. To sneak up on someone or something. Do your friends ever do this to you? Or does your family ever do this to you? Do they ever try to sneak upon you and go boo and scare you? My sister used to do this to me a lot. And I used to do it to my sister too. Okay, and number 4, I don't see any answer, but what I was hoping for was pardon. This is not a word we use too often in everyday English, but pardon is another word for forgiveness. So it's used maybe in kind of a formal way. So maybe you go to court because maybe you, like say you broke into a store and you took something. But maybe the store owner, he pardons you. He's like, okay, they said they're sorry. They're not going to do it again. You know, I'll pardon them. And then you're free to go. You're forgiven. So that's kind of when we use pardon, more like a formal case. Okay. Okay, number 5, to explode. So which one is it? To blow up? It figures Chardonnay or to help out? Oh my goodness, sorry. I don't know why I lost my balance there. Oof, okay. Sorry, just gotta steady myself for a second. Just got a little bit of vertigo. Don't worry, it happens sometimes. Okay, number 5, to blow up. Okay, so we're looking for a verb. So, it's gonna be this one or this one. To explode. What do you think it's gonna be? So I'll draw a little picture. Boom. That's supposed to be an explosion. It looks more like a tree, I'm sorry. My drawing talent just isn't there today. I don't know what happened. All right. Number 6, to give assistance or support. We got another verb. Okay, so it's either gonna be to blow up or to help out. So, what do you think? What's number 5 and what's number 6? Type out your answers now. I know you're out there. Pardon me while I just get a drink. Okay. And let's go on to number 7 while you guys are thinking of number 5 and number 6. What you say when something was expected or seems logical. So this is a figure of speech. So, what do you think it's going to be? It figures or Chardonnay? What do you think? All right, and I see we have an answer for number 5. To blow up. Yes, very good. To blow up. Okay, to blow up. To blow up. This is a good verb. Now, there are 2 ways that we could say this verb. So blow up, it can literally mean that something explodes. Like if you drop a bomb, it's going to blow up. Or it can also mean when somebody suddenly gets really angry. Like say for example, I get lazy, I leave my dirty dishes all over the kitchen. My husband, he's like, oh my God, Mel, what on earth? Why do you leave your dishes everywhere? That's my husband blowing up. So it can mean 2 things. It can be a physical explosion or it can be someone getting really angry just out of nowhere. So that's blow up for you. And so if we have blow up, that means we only have 1 verb here. To help out is support or give assistance to. To help out. So, for example, when I was a child, I often helped out around the house. I would do chores and I would look after my younger sister. My parents always wanted all 3 of us to help out around the house. Okay, so number 7. And let's do number 8 as well. A kind of white wine. Ooh, everyone's favorite. Yummy, yummy. Some wine glass, wine bottle. There we go. That is not a good looking wine bottle. Oh dear. Okay, so this is number 8. A type of white wine. What do you think it's going to be? What could the answer be? Gee. It's a big mystery. No, it's not. Someone said Chardonnay. Thank you. Good. Number 8 is Chardonnay. Chardonnay. This is a French word because wine is super famous in France. Let me just get rid of that awful drawing, sorry. And yeah, so that means the last one is going to be, it figures. It figures. Oops. It figures. Okay, so this is what you say when something expected happened. So let's say, for example, I have a friend. I invite them to my parties, but they usually don't come. So once again, I try to invite my friend, and then I text him, and I'm like, hey, are you coming to the party? And he says, nah, I'm not coming today, sorry. And I'll be like, it figures. I knew he wasn't gonna come. Like, I knew it. Like, it's kind of like when you know, like something happens, but you knew it was going to happen. Maybe, like, I want to go out, have a picnic, but look outside, oh, it's raining. It figures. It's Vancouver, it rains all the time. It figures. So it's kind of a useful little figure of speech. Haha, no pun intended. Good little figure of speech to use. Yeah, all right guys, so that is it for this part. Now, we are going to we're gonna write the opposites of the words. So these are more words that are gonna pop up down here. So let's do this. I'm gonna erase this part right here. We're gonna get rid of our little black fly and our sneaky fella sneaking up on someone. And we're gonna get rid of our Chardonnay. All right, get rid of that, get rid of this. And that's all down and down. Okay. Now, write the opposite of all these words. Let's see. We got death. The opposite is, for example, life. Okay, so that's our answer. Now, for money. So let's say, for example, you do a job for money. Now, what's the opposite of doing a job for money? You do a job for, I'll let you write in the answer for that, okay? And opposite of hello is, and the opposite of lived is kind of similar to number 1. So I'll let you figure those ones out, guys. And the opposite of lost. And remember, this is lost isn't like, oh, I lost a race, or I didn't get first place, I lost. And nightmares. What is the opposite of nightmares? So nightmares is when you're sleeping, you have bad dreams, like scary dreams. So what is the opposite of nightmares? All right, someone said for free. Good, thank you. For number 2, for free, no money. And the opposite of hello, you said goodbye. Nice, thank you. And then for live, you guys wrote died. Very good. Nice. Okay, good. Keep going, keep going. All right, so what else? We have Nothing. Opposite of nothing. Nothing. And on time. Punctual. What's the opposite of on time? The opposite of nothing. And no answers for this. I was hoping that you guys were going to say one. Okay. And for nightmares, the answer here, this could be tricky, but it's dreams. Okay. I'd like you to try to do nothing and on time. So, nothing, he has nothing, but she has a wonderful husband, a beautiful family. She has a house, a car, a boat, a private island, awesome dogs and horses. She has, I'll let you fill in the rest. Opposite of on time, someone who's not on time to class. They are, go ahead and fill it out. I'm just gonna erase the top ones here because I don't think we need these anymore. Remember, these are words that will pop up in the song, so I hope you're writing these down. Okay, so what are some other words we have? We have right, as in correct. Correct. We have son. We have too soon. We have ugly husband. That's very specific. Unpacked. Unpacked. And we have woman, the opposite of woman. White, opposite of white, and the opposite of old. Okay, somebody wrote everything. Opposite nothing. Very good. Everything. And the opposite of on time, thank you. Good job. You wrote late. Good, good, good. Nice. All right. So, the opposite of right is, what is it? The opposite of sun is, it happens all the time in Vancouver. I think this should be pretty easy to guess. Too soon. The opposite of too soon, I'll give you a hint. Too something. Ugly husband. So opposite, opposite. So these are both opposites. What's the opposite of ugly and what's the opposite of husband? I should clear that up. And unpacked. The opposite of unpacked. All right, somebody said wrong. Very good. Wrong. And the opposite of sun is indeed rain. Thank you very much. Good job. All right. Opposite of woman, what could it be? Opposite of white, what is it? Opposite of young. I totally messed this up. My bad, sorry. Okay, and let's get rid of this stuff on the bottom. Okay, how we doing, y'all? Okay, good. Someone wrote too late. Very good. Too late. It's too late to apologize. That's right. Too late means you're so late nothing can be done. And somebody wrote beautiful wife. Very good. Beautiful wife is the opposite of ugly husband. So mean. And unpacked, I don't see an answer, but the opposite is packed. So that means your bags are packed, you're ready to go. And someone wrote man, thank you. Opposite of woman is man. And obviously the opposite of white is black. Very good. Good stuff, guys. And the last one. Opposite of young, a wee little young baby or young person is old. Good job. Old. Nice. Okay, good job, guys. So, like I said, all of these words that we went over in the first part, you are going to be putting them in the blanks here. So I hope this exercise was helpful for you. So, Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the song. So the first time I play the song, just listen to it and get a feel for the song. You don't have to fill anything in. But the next time I play the song, I want you to try and fill in the blanks, okay? Now remember, you know the words already, so listen for these words, okie doke? All right, so let's listen to the song, Ironic. Here we go, in 3, 2, 1. All right, so that was the song there, Ironic. Okay, so as you may have guessed, this song is all about ironic things that happen to people in their lives. So let's fill in the blanks and let's figure out what kind of ironic things happened exactly. Some of them are kind of sad stories. Okay, so let's do this first part and let's do the chorus, okay? So I'm just gonna play that first part of the song in the chorus And please type out what you get for the blanks, okay? So here we go in 3, 2, 1.
An old man turned 98. He won the lottery and died the next day. It's a black fly in your Chardonnay. It's a death row pardon, 2 minutes too late. And isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like rain.
Okay, so that was the first bit and the chorus. So, did you guys hear the part that was in, did you guys hear what word was here? A snowman turned 98. He the lottery and he the next day. What do you guys think? What's the story here? What happened to this man? So please type in the words. It's a fly in your Chardonnay. It's a death row pardon, 2 minutes, na. It's ironic, don't you think? It's like the opposite of sun. It's like a something right. Okay, so I'm gonna play the first part one last time, but do try to get your answers in, okay? Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
An old man turned 98. He won the lottery and died the next day. It's a black fly in your Chardonnay. It's a death row pardon, 2 minutes too late. And isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like rain.
Okay, so now or never, guys. Send in your answers. Something man, opposite of young. He, something the lottery, opposite of lost is. And live, opposite of lived is. All right, seeing some answers coming in finally. An old man, very good. Thank you. An old man. And what did he do? So an old man, he turned 98, very old man, and he won. Good, thank you. Nice job. He won the lottery. So this old man, he's rich. But what happened? He died. He died the next day. So that's pretty ironic. Pretty unfortunate. Now, what else is ironic? It's what color is the fly? It's a black fly. Very good, thank you. Nice, good job. Okay. Did you guys get this one? 2 minutes, something, something. It's technically 2 words, but they were used together. 2 minutes, 2, I'm gonna help you out with this one. 2. What's the opposite of on time? The opposite of on time is, I'll let you fill that in. And it's like opposite of sun. What's the opposite of the sun? It's wet. Happens a lot in Vancouver. And it's the opposite of money, like for money. Opposite of for money is for no money. All right, too late, thank you. You got an answer. 2 minutes too late. All right, so let's look at these situations. It's a black fly in your Chardonnay. So you're having a nice fancy cup of wine, very good, relaxing. You look, ew, there's a fly in my fancy drink. That's awful, ironic. So someone's on death row, they're going to die, but they get forgiven. It's okay, you don't have to die. But too late, he's already dead. 2 minutes too late. Ironic. And how about here? Opposite of sun is, we have an answer, rain. Very good. It's like rain on your wedding day. This happened to me actually. When I got married last year, there was rain on my wedding day. It rained, unfortunately, but that's life. So that was ironic. It's like this one may have been difficult to hear, but the answer was free. It's a free ride. Okay, so it's a free ride when you've already paid. So essentially that means maybe you are paying for a taxi, but it turns out you were going to get a free ride. Somebody was going to pay for you, but too late, you already paid the money. So that's ironic. Okay, how we doing, folks? How we doing? Okay, so now we are going to do, let's get through the next little bit. So, Mr. Play It Safe. And well, so we're gonna do these 2 parts. All right, you guys ready? Get your listening ears and your pencils ready in 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Play it safe. Was afraid to fly. He packed his suitcase, kissed his kids goodbye. He read his whole damn life to take that flight. As the plane crashed down, he thought, well, isn't this nice? And isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like playing.
think that's good there. Hopefully we filled out all the blanks. Okay, so we're gonna start from this part here. All right, so Mr. Play It Safe was afraid to fly. He something his suitcase and he kissed his kids. The opposite of hello. And so this is a verb. So this is your suitcase. What do? You put your clothes in You put everything in. So what's the verb for this? Starts with a P. I'll let you figure it out. And he kissed his kids. Opposite of hello is, again, please type out the answer if you can. He waited his whole damn. Opposite of death is, so the opposite of death. Again, please type out an answer if you've got it. And when you think, so now we're gonna jump to, well, life has a funny way of sneaking up on you. When you think something, the opposite of nothing. Opposite of nothing. So opposite of nothing is, starts with an E, and then you think everything's gone. Opposite of right is, opposite of right. All right. Let's see, how are we doing for time? Okay. Yeah, okay, I see someone has written out packed. Very good. He packed his suitcase. He packed his suitcase and he kissed his kids. Somebody wrote goodbye. Thank you. Good. He kissed his kids. Goodbye. All right. So, he waited his whole damn, opposite of death, life. Good. Thank you. He waited his whole life to take that flight. All right. So, basically, Mr. Play It Safe. That means doesn't take any risks. He didn't want to fly in an airplane. He was like, oh, no, I'm scared of flying. The plane's going to crash. But he finally got the courage, packed up his suitcase. He's going to go on a trip, kissed his kids goodbye. He's been waiting his whole life to fly. But what happens? The plane crashes. So that's pretty ironic. Plane crashes almost never happen, but it happened to him, even though he tried to play it safe all the time. It's another good word, to play it safe. It means you don't take risks, you follow the rules. So this poor guy dies in the plane crash. That's pretty awful. Ironic and awful. All right, and so what was the opposite of nothing? So someone wrote everything. Very good. When you think everything's okay. And the opposite of right, what did you guys put? Everything's gone wrong. Good. Everything's gone wrong. So let's see, where are they explaining? So life in general, it sneaks up on you. Remember that verb I was talking about, to sneak up on? And you think everything's okay, like, oh, life is good, you know, life is fine. And then life has a funny way of helping you out. So life, sometimes it can be good, it can help you out. But when everything gone wrong, so you think everything's gone wrong and everything is awful, but maybe life can help you out sometimes. So sometimes your life can go from good to bad, or go from bad to good. So that's irony, that's ironic. Okay, almost done, guys. So we're kind of blasting through this, but I just want to make sure we have enough time to sing. Okay, it's a traffic jam when you're all ready. What's the opposite of on time or early? It's the opposite of early or on time. And meeting the opposite of man. So opposite of man, of my, and remember what was the opposite of nightmares? And meeting his, well, someone who's very pretty. What's the simile to pretty? Similar to pretty. And what's the opposite of husband? Husband. Opposite of husband is, begins with a W. So give me your thoughts, guys. You're already late. Okay. So it's a traffic jam when you're already late. So you're trying to get to your doctor's appointment. You're late, and then you're stuck in a traffic jam. You're even later, so it's ironic. And then meeting the, okay, I gave you the answer, I'm sorry. I was supposed to write women there. So meeting the man of my nightmares, sounds like an awful person. Dreams, thank you. Meeting the man of my dreams. Good, all right. And then meeting his beautiful, very good. Meeting his beautiful one. Opposite of husband is wife. Very good. Right on. Okay. So, meeting the man, so now what's happening? She's met the man of her dreams. Someone she like, wow, I could marry this guy. He's handsome, he's funny, but then she meets his beautiful wife. So it's like, oh, well, guess I can't really be with him because he's married. Okay, guys, good stuff. Thank you for helping fill that out. Now, for the last part of class, time to sing. Are you ready? Get your microphones out. It's time for some karaoke. And make sure you have your lyrics because I want you to sing too, all right? I'm going to sing along as well, don't worry. Okay, are you guys ready? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Day, it's a black fly, you Chardonnay, it's a throw pardon, 2 minutes too late, and isn't it ironic, don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day, it's a free ride, when you've already paid, it's the good that you just didn't take, and who would have thought it figures Mr. Play was afraid to fly. He packed his suitcase, kissed his kids goodbye. He waited his whole damn life to take that flight, and as the plane crashed down, thought, isn't this nice? And isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride when you've already paid. It's the good advice that you just didn't take. And who would have thought it figures? Everything's okay and everything's going right. That's a funny way. Everything goes up in your face. Traffic jam when you're already late. There's no smoking sign on your cigarette break. It's like 10,000 spoons. All you need is a knife. It's me and my dreams, and I meet this beautiful wife. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? A little too ironic. And yeah, I really do think it's like rain. And who would have thought it would be nice singing voices. Thank you for singing along with me. I hope you enjoyed that and had fun singing about all the ironic and slightly horrible things that happen to all of these people. Has this situation ever happened to you? Has something ironic ever happened in your life? If so, type it out for me in the comments because I'd really like to read it. This kind of stuff is pretty funny. It's a pretty funny situation. Oh, pardon me as I just get a drink. Okay, so let me just get rid of all this mess here. Did you guys like the song? What'd you think of it? Was it fun to sing along? Was it relatable? Or did you not like the song too much? I like the song. I remember hearing this a lot on the radio when I was younger. I still hear it on the radio today, actually. It's a pretty popular song in North America. So I hope you enjoyed listening to it and got another good English song on your roster of songs to listen to in English. All right. Excuse me. Oh, before we go, I totally forgot dictation. Dictation. Please try dictation. Do try to have that on Friday if possible. So, you know how the dictation works. So, just do your dictation and send it off whenever you're ready. And I'll mark it. I did some marking today. Very nice work, guys. You did really well on your dictation, your quizzes, and assignments. It was very nice to read them. All right, so I know we're going a little over time. I do apologize for that, but we will be done in just a second. So thank you so much for tuning in today, guys. Hope you had fun. It was nice to see you in class. I'll be back tomorrow with your Thursday lesson. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.